2011 Chevy Cruise with a 1.8 liter four-cylinder. I'm gonna do a coolant fan assembly. What you need to do is you need to unplug the connector here. The tab's right here. Reach down in there with a pick and lift it up, because it's kind of hard to push the tab down. Wiggle it back and forth and push it down. And then remove all the wire connectors of that right here on the side of the fan, and one way down below on the fan. And then this one loops up around the top. Undo it, and then it clips in right here. They always break. So anyway, get that wire harnesses off. Take your hood support, not your hood support, but your hood support prop holder. Take the 13mm bolt out, bend this over. Take your little radiator hose, wrap it up in there with a long pry bar. There's a bracket down inside there you can stick it in. And on the side of the the side of the radiator has these little hooks. Here's the radiator, here's the hook. What you do is you stick a screwdriver in and you're bending that hook away. It's just plastic. What happens, they get old and they bend and you break it off. So we don't want to break them off. So what I try to do is get my die grinder in there with a disc on it. Die grinder and a disc. I go down here alongside and I'll cut the fan part next to the radiator. I'll cut this piece off right here. Okay. And this is the piece that you're left with. This goes into the, here's the radiator like this on this side, on the driver passenger side. Goes in there, it clips into the radiator. And what you want to do is pry those clips away that go into those little those little squares. But that stupid piece breaks off. So I found out if you cut them away and then break these off, a lot easier than busting the radiator. Okay, so now got everything out of the way and hopefully it's gonna come up. If this is an automatic, if this was an automatic, it'll have trans lines coming over the front of it and going into the side of the trans over here. And you'll need to do those. Take those out, undo the bottom one first, do the top one, and get them up out of the way. Once you do that, then you should be able to get this out. But those clips that goes into the radiator are a booger. Okay? What you want to do is you want to pull up the driver's side first and watch out for the hood release cable. Gets in the way of those notches on this side. Okay, then you can pull it out this way. All right. So I cut this one off on the passenger side. I attempted to cut this one off, but I pried it away anyway, got it out. See what I'm talking about? I'll show you those stupid things. Right there. They clip in. One down there and that one broke. So if you can cut the fan, it'd be better than breaking off. I broke the bottom one off there too. So if you can get away with getting in there and cutting away at that fan, then you won't break those pieces off on the radiator. You can get to this one and that one pretty easy. It's just a matter of how far deep do you cut. So I got it out, now all I gotta do is put my new one in. Okay, take your new one, match it up to the old one. If it matches up pretty good, then you're all set. Make sure you stick it in this way first. As you're pushing it down, watch out for the hood release cable and some of the other wire harnesses over here. And go watch out for the AC lines. Just push it down in there and look and keep a visual inspection of both sides. Make sure you're not hitting anything. And watch out for your fingers. You might want to put some gloves on, a little sharp. Okay? Yep, as you're pushing stuff out of the way over here, that the fan just kind of like drops down in there. Okay? Now you just gotta line it up into your brackets and then push it down so it clips in. And my lower two are broke, so just gotta deal with it. Okay, make sure the fan clips in on the top ones. If yours Bottom ones are broke, but anyway, make sure they clip in. You might have to move the fan right to left a little bit to make it clip in, and they do clip in, okay? I'll have to figure out something about the looseness at the bottom, but right now I'm gonna hook up my wire harnesses and get everything else done. Bend my little bracket back, put my bolt back in there, get my radiator hose out of the way, but I'm gonna figure out the bottom of my radiator fan first. To help support that fan shroud, keep it up against the radiator, I put a bracket down there and I bolted it. I tech screwed it, okay? See it down there? This comes up against it, pushes up against it, all right? All right, now that you got everything connected, what I'm gonna do is go and start it up. Turn the AC on full blast. Wait about 2 minutes and the cooling fan should kick on. The 3 on it. Sorry, the AC works. So, that's an improvement from what I had. Again, make sure your hose is relaxed, ready. Drive on. Make sure your wire harness is not hanging down in the way. And that's it. If I helped you do this cooling fan, that's great. Maybe you can help me out by subscribing, and I appreciate it. And thank you.